Joining us right now is Republican Senator from Tennessee, Marsha Blackburn. She sits on the Armed Services, Judiciary, and the Veterans Affairs Committees. Senator, it's always a pleasure to see you. Thanks very much for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
What can you tell us? You just heard from Kevin McAleenan. Tell us about this new legislation you're trying to push forward.
Yes, what we're doing is requiring DNA tests for individuals who come to the border with a child and do not have proper documentation to show that that is their child. You know, Maria, we've had a problem with this child recycling program or rent-a-child program, and this is aimed at keeping those children safe. And what we have learned from Kevin McAleenan and the Border Patrol is sometimes if they have doubt, if they ask someone to take a DNA test, what they will say is, no, this is not my child. So this will give us that confirmation that they are related and have that relationship with the child and can move forward with their asylum process. The test takes 90 minutes. They get the result, and then if someone needs to be deported, they're immediately deported. If they need to face a criminal charge, they will face that charge.
Where are they deported to? I mean, you just heard Kevin McAleenan say that the number of human smugglers arrests are going up. I'm wondering if this is part of that, because the arrests have gone up in that regard, and this renting of the children is so outrageous to me. I think someone told me that someone rented their child out for like $80 or something. I mean, do you have any sense of how this program works, and is this going on today?
What we know is that the cartels are involved in all of this trafficking of human beings and drugs. And we know that we have to secure the border because of that. And then when you look at the smugglers and the traffickers that are coming over, and these children are being placed into sex trafficking, labor gangs, MS-13 gangs, this is a way for us to make certain that those children are properly taken care of and that these traffickers are prosecuted. So as they catch more of these smugglers, then this is a way to deport them back to their home country or to prosecute those that need to face prosecution.
So do they go always to whatever country they were coming from? And by the way, we're showing video right now when I went to the border, and I was stunned at the number of children that were either alone or with people. It was clear to me that they were using children as a way to have access.
That is right. And then the treatment of these children by the coyotes as they're coming forward. Maria, every girl who is 12 years old and above gets a pregnancy test. It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking when the caseworkers will say, we can't ask someone taking a child if they are in the country legally or illegally. So this DNA test that will take 90 minutes will help us to root out these smugglers and also to protect these children.
Yeah. You know, there's also, though, work that Congress has to do in terms of finishing off legislation for the border. Do you expect to get this done, or are you still facing pushback from your colleagues on the left?
One of the things that is beginning to happen, and you're seeing this as the Democrats have their debates, the American people are saying you have to secure this border, because until you do, every town's a border town, every state's a border state. The problem of fentanyl and heroin and drugs in our communities, the problem of the sex trafficking. Today, more than ever, you have more people in slavery than ever in the world's history. And women are very concerned about this issue, and they're pushing for something to be done.
Senator, stay with us. I want to take a short break, but I've got to ask you about the Department of Justice Inspector General report. It is turned in a preliminary version of the long-awaited report on the alleged FISA abuse in the Russia probe. Senator Blackburn, you're on the Judiciary Committee. We're going to ask her about the evidence that she has seen and what she expects from that finished report. Stay with us. Back in a moment. Welcome back. I'm back with Senator Marsha Blackburn, who sits on the Judiciary Committee. Attorney General Barr has a draft of the Justice Department's IG report on the Russia probe, and we've been talking about this now for 2 years. What should we expect, Senator?
What we're going to find out is who did what and when they did it. I'm looking forward to the Inspector General's report, and I appreciate that he has taken his time to properly prepare the report. And I appreciate the job that Bill Barr is doing. I got to tell you, Maria, I really do believe that they are doing this right. They're being very careful, meticulous. They know as they bring the report forward, and then if there are indictments that are going to be issued, that it's got to be rock solid, ironclad.
Well, Kevin
and
McCarthy,
they're going to get it right.
The minority leader was just on the program, and he called it the closest we've ever seen to a coup to take over the country. Are we going to see accountability? So far, it looks like Jim Comey is getting off.
You will see accountability, and we at the Judiciary Committee are looking forward. And when I talk to Tennesseans, like I was Friday when I was out around the state, they say, we want to know who did this.
Yeah.
And here's the reason why, Maria. They are sick and tired of having federal agencies, whether it's the EPA, the IRS, the Corps of Engineers, tell them what they can and cannot do. And law-abiding citizens say, look, the government ought to be there to help this country be a better country and not to pick on certain people in certain areas.
Right.
And
When they have the power to do so. Senator, it's good to see you.
That's right.
Thanks so much.
Good to see you. Thank you.
We will see you soon.